Lesson 33, subtracting integers. We've already went through a lesson on adding integers. Here we're looking at subtracting. So you will see a lot of similarities. So the rule for adding and subtracting with two integers. We went through with addition. If the signs are the same, you just add them and you have the same sign as the two add-ins. If the signs are different, then you subtract the two absolute values of each number, and then you go with the sign with the greater absolute value. So, but when we subtract here, instead of subtracting a number, you're going to add its opposite. So it's a lot easier to add than it is to subtract. And so you just change the subtraction sign to an addition and do its opposite. So if it was 4 minus 5, that would really mean saying 4. So let's write that down. If we said it was 4 minus 5, the opposite of subtraction is addition, and the opposite of 5 is a negative 5. So 4 plus a negative 5, the signs are different, so I subtract the two. 5 minus 4 is 1. Since the absolute value of negative 5 is greater than 4, I go with that sign, so it's got to be a negative, so it would be a negative 1. That's really what they're saying to do when you're subtracting two integers. So let's take a look at some examples. Let's change each subtraction to an addition and then find the sum. So negative 3 minus 2. So I write my negative 3. The opposite of subtraction is addition, and the opposite of a positive 2 is a negative 2. So really it's a negative 3 plus a negative 2. They have the same signs, so I'm adding them together, gives me a negative 5. Since my two add-ins are negative, my sum is negative. A negative 3 plus the opposite of a negative 2 is a positive 2. The signs are different, so I subtract them. 3 minus 2 is 1. The absolute value of negative 3 is 3. The absolute value of 2 is 2. 3 is bigger, so I go with that sign, which is a negative 1. So the answer is negative 1. Negative 12 plus the opposite of a negative 3 is a positive 3. Signs are different, so I subtract the two. 12 minus 3 is 9. The absolute value of negative 12 is 12. The absolute value of 3 is 3. 12 is bigger. I go with that sign, which would be a negative 9. Next side, change each subtraction to addition and find the sum. So we got a negative 12 plus the opposite of a positive 3 is a negative 3. The signs are the same. Add them. 12 plus 3 is 15. Both of them are negative. My answer is negative. Negative 3 plus the opposite of negative 12 is a positive 12. Signs are different, so I subtract. 12 minus 3 is 9. The absolute value of 12 is greater than the absolute value of negative 3, so I go with a positive 9. And the last one, negative 3 plus the opposite of positive 12 is a negative 12. Signs are the same, so I add. 3 plus 12 is 15. Both the add-ins are negative. My sum is negative. And our last slide. Jocelyn has a checking balance of $1,286. In the mail, she receives a rebate check for $25. Rebate check just means they're giving you money back. So they're giving her $25 back. And a utility bill for $128. So now she's got to pay $128. She deposits the rebates and writes a check for the bill. Write an equation with integers for the situation and find her checking balance after the transactions. So right now she has a positive $1,286 in her account. She gains a $25 rebate. So that's plus 25. But she has to write a check, so she subtracts $128 from her account. So now if we solve this one, it would be 1,286 plus 25 minus 128. She would have a balance of $1,183 in her account. And the last one, Victor owed 386. So he owed it. So he owes 386. His creditor forgave him. So he subtracted $100 of the debt. Write an equation for the situation and find how much Victor still owes. So he owed $386, but his creditor forgave him. He doesn't have to pay as much. So right now he owes 386. So that's a negative 386. But he subtracted $100 from it. So he doesn't have to pay $100 of it. So really, they're taking $100 away, adding $100 to the amount. And so if I take my negative 386 plus $100, he only has a balance of 286. So it's a negative $286 he still needs to pay. He's in debt $286. So that is our lesson on subtracting integers.